This guy needs a fake name, Ross.
We'll call him Pascal.
Pascal, I love it. Pascal writes, I have had a loud cough for half my life, and I've been to a dozen doctors to no avail. I've run into an issue where I'm not going to be able to live in my apartment anymore because I'm bothering others. There's nowhere else I can go because I'll just keep running into the same issue. I need to find some way to muffle the sound. Is there any kind of device I can use? Anything I can put in my room? I need to find something as fast as possible or I'll be left homeless, writes Pascal.
Pascal has a problem.
Pascal has a little bit of a problem. Jesus wept. His cough is so loud, he's bothering. Now, is he bothering? Let me read this again. He says he's bothering others. So I'm imagining he's living alone and his cough is so loud, it's just going up and down and left and right. And everyone in his apartment block is just every day. How bad can it be?
But also, how much is he coughing?
This is it.
How much is Pascal coughing?
He needs to find a way to...
It's like, I have a very loud sneeze, but I don't sneeze all day.
And even... How bad... Like, he says he's been bothering... Is he getting complaints?
The neighbours complaining to Pascal.
About how loud he's coughing.
I'm hearing you coughing all day and all night, and I can't stand it.
Oh my God. All day and all night. Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. and to your neighbour hauling here. And just one loud cough. Oh my God. He's looking for a device. A muffler, a silencer to wrap around his lips like a duck's bill. That's not much better, honestly. If the consistency at which you're coughing is a genuine bother, there's no device that you can use. What could you possibly...
There's a device I can think of.
What's that?
A
strepsil.
I was going to say that you buy earmuffs, right? Go to your local hardware shop. You buy earmuffs for all your neighbours who complain.
And that they wear it 24/7.
You put a little a ribbon on it. And you're like, here's a present.
There you go.
Sorry about my coughing, but here's a present.
It's like a weird passive-aggressive sarcastic present. Oh, you don't like my fucking coughing? Here's a blue pair of earmuffs. Good luck. Problem solved, am I right? It's like nuking your backyard because you don't want to fucking mow the lawn. You just have to be deaf 24/7 now. That solved the problem, kind of. You can't hear my coughing anymore. Nor can you hear your baby screaming and crying in the room. You can't hear the TV. You can't hear any movies. You can't hear anything. And also my cough. My advice would have been to just get just huge subwoofers. Find your favorite Russian hardbass and just have that shit playing all the time. No longer can a cough be heard. In between the beats. Fuck! And that's what imagine we put ourselves in the situation.
Yes.
Let's say you're the one who's coughing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it would be annoying, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And he's pretty generous because he's not complaining that I have to live with this fucking cough. It must be tearing up his throat. But he's not worried about he's worried about being homeless.
How loud can you cough?
It must be noise pollution. This is crazy.
This is mental.
I want this guy to send a voice
mental.
note more than anything. Jesus Christ! What
Both the volume and
the regularity
of it must be ridiculous. If this is causing a problem to his neighbour.
For half his life, he's been to a dozen doctors to no avail.
How did you end up with this cough?
He's been to a dozen doctors and he can't solve a cough. It's supposed to be American, right? I'm not going to be able to live in my apartment anymore because I'm bothering others. He's worried.
Also, how? What?
What a crazy, genuine problem it must be.
It's a mental problem.
It's like Tourette's, but like Tourette's, people have like sympathy for Tourette's.
Yes.
But
I don't think any of his neighbours would have sympathy for this guy who just has a horrendously loud cough.
You're not holding... Oh man, coughs are annoying. If you're not holding your cough, it tickles the back of your throat. My advice, if I was him...
Yes.
Like, what can they do? They can't complain. He's a cough. What are they going to do to his landlord? Oh, he's been coughing and it's annoying me. The neighbours is going to come off as just like petty or just like sensitive.
Yeah.
Unless the landlord knows how loud he's coughing.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he's living in an apartment on his own. If he's living like if he was living in this house where there's what 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like 5 other people.
Yeah, and the walls aren't terribly thick.
No, man. Imagine how awful it'd be if it moved out because of your cough. What would he do, Ross? Is there a device for him?
If you're living in this apartment for the foreseeable future, you could go to the bother of trying to soundproof like your bedroom or something.
Oh boy, that's a bother indeed.
That is a bother indeed. But also, right? If this person has visited 20 doctors to no avail, well,
12.
Sorry.
Don't be crazy. He's visited a dozen doctors.
Sorry, 12 doctors. Well, that's not cheap.
No. Surely he does some kind of operation.
I don't know.
Does he have some kind of like... Maybe his apartment is really, really dusty and he's like awful asthma.
Maybe.
And he's just like breathing in all this dust that's causing him to cough.
Allergic to... Is he sleeping with a cat lying on top of him?
What
you know?
Have you seen that video? There's a guy who's like, oh man, I'm having really trouble breathing when I'm asleep. Let's have this camera. And the camera, every night, his cat would come over and lay on his chest. And that's why he couldn't breathe at night. Fucking cats, man. Maybe there's a hidden cat sneaking around your apartment, throwing fucking dust and fur everywhere and causing a cough.
just a little claw full of catnip. Just throw it at your face.
If he was sneezing, there's like a great release in sneezing, and not the same with coughing.
No, there's no release.
Unless
in
it's
coughing.
like a backed up like phlegmy cough. There's no release in it. It just like course against your throat.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can you do? Just Strepsils, soundproof. I'm not soundproof in my room. Fuck that noise.
I know.
Ridiculous. You know that thing like Apache Black Hawk stealth helicopters do, where it records the sound of the rotors going and returns it through the speakers at like the opposite waveform.
Yeah. So it's destructive interference with the frequencies.
Oh man. Oh, that you can't really do that.
Same way that active noise cancelling headphones work.
That's right. Just look into that. You have to do some Tony Stark bullshit technology Iron Man helmet to wear it. You cough into it, the speakers on it that emit the same sound. There you go. Hope that was the advice for you. Just invest in expensive solutions. Or really loud speakers. They're not complaining about the cough anymore. They're complaining about the music.
Or is it possible to live somewhere that isn't attached to like house beside you or something?
Poor man. This is like it's not a cheap solution.
No.
Fucking hell.
But if you just lived in a detached house, your neighbours can't really complain then.
Not a great solution, but a solution nonetheless.
And we're not here for great solutions.
We're just here to make fun of you, if anything. You fucking coughing idiot.